Can you feel the pressure? Of course you can. They use their eyes to measure you like a grain of sand. Their judgments are like weather, a million occur, but it takes just one to take a hold of your life and cut like a knife, but like a pulsating jackhammer it goes on and on and on, and you can't walk those halls without feeling like you're on stage as Miss America and you're the star today. You signed up when they thought you grew up, and when you mess up then your time's up. So you better not be playing, and you better discipline yourself to the point that you've gone insane. You better not show the scar at the tip of your finger they'd eat you if they knew you had pain. Oh yeah, don't be too smart. If you threaten them from the start, they won't even get past that part. They want to see you empty, they want to see you sexy. You're so hot and they want to see you fulfilling. This is who you are. They can see everything they care about while they are deaf and you are sleeping. And you know the boys, they want to be seen with you, but you know that one who has his arm wrapped around you like a sling? No, he doesn't care a thing about what you have to bring. As long as it is sexy and you look just like a dream. You fight and fight to be liked, and if you win, well then you're dead. That happiness is in your head and you've lost your self-respect. The model is getting thinner and thinner while the reality is getting bigger and bigger. The incongruency is making girls go to such measures. They've got Anna and Mia telling them that it's for the better. And if you try to fill that hole by putting on a feminine role, then you're tearing your brain from its hole. Can't you see? It's up to you. As teens become feminized, it drops their IQ. But I know, you've got people to please, and if you neglect that, then it's suicide socially. It's like a way with dealing with all the harassment, all of the touching, all of the rumors about who you're fucking, and if you speak up, you know there's just more hatred waiting. It's waiting intently, and it's waiting so earnestly, to rip your spine out the second you're not looking. So you'll never do that again. You have to pretend everyone's friends, even though they're the reason that you're wearing long sleeves. You hate the release, but you love the relief. And then you go home to watch some TV, you turn it on to see a sex scene, then you realize it's just advertising the perfume that will lead straight to the act that you've been taught is supposed to be sacred, yet it's exploited so much and you can't bear to take it. But the television's there more than your parents, and things sink in the more that you hear them. 7 minutes from mom, 5 minutes from dad, well deep down you know that you wish that you had more things to say to them than you do to your cat. And you're drinking and smoking, they call it rebellion. They're telling you this, but all the while yelling, and then maybe one day, if you're all lucky, you all will sit down and find all of this funny, that all of this time you thought that you all were dysfunctional, it really was a culture which you were a product of. But knowing all this doesn't take it away. Even completely perfect insight doesn't stop the pain. You know that it's stupid, but you just want the right clothes, and you just want the dress size, and you don't want the tan lines because you feel those are the essentials to your life. Destroy your true self so that you'll be acceptable. You'll sacrifice just to be liked and popular. Sell out your soul, but you know there is no glory in killing yourself and then going out whoring for the attention that you wish didn't exist. But if you don't have it, you'll feel you'll perish. And if you take all of that pain and keep all of it in, then it will manifest itself as depression. And if you take all that pain and let all of it out, then they'll call you a bitch and they'll cast you to hell. You need to control yourself and keep your relational health. Don't push away those who try to help you. Don't push away those who try to tell you the truth. Everyone needs to wake up and recognize and mislabels. Of course these girls aren't angels, but don't call them bad. And don't call them rebels. They're just trying their best to keep everything level. And when parents think that they can just pay off the pain, they're inhibiting and keeping maturity in such a small range. They don't learn to love, they don't learn to care, they learn to take just whatever is there. We all have to learn that being used doesn't make you happy. Being useful is a position that you want to be in. But I know it's so hard not to do what the culture tells you, so you submit with a razor on you, or you protest to all of its demands by hurting yourself more with your bare hands than the culture ever had planned, or you fight for some way to regain control by hurting yourself way more than you're prone, or you cry out for someone to help by being extreme is your way to yell. Of every psychological disorder, anorexia is the hardest to ensure that its victim will survive, that its victim will be alive to live a life, to satisfy their real needs, to live everything. To live a life where they're not competing with a culture that waits like a vulture, just waiting to devour, just waiting to turn this story sour. In a world gone cold, you just have Lanugo to keep you tightly wrapped around what is left of your soul. Can you live in this world overweight in a girl and feel good in a culture that says you're ugly despite your worth? Outer beauty is absolutely the most routinely looked at quality. And when it becomes beautiful to be unnaturally thin, then it becomes an objective to do unnatural actions. Eating disorders have taken control of women. Can you believe in America 7 million of them? This is a number that sees no limits. This is a silent epidemic. And sometimes these rules just add to the problem when they're replaced with no love. There is drama, and growing up needs to be more than things that can harm us. spend that money, smoke and drink. When you grow up, you can do all of these things. And you can be on TV, and you can be reduced to a body. And show you're growing up and spontaneous and free, then influence more with that hypocrisy. You have to understand the example it is setting. You have to understand the message it's sending. The media is turning women into sex fiends, and men are influenced to believe all these things. The majority of males admit there are times in which consent is not needed to have sex with a woman. This is what the culture has told them. Ladies by day, whores by night. This is what is portrayed as right. And the males that pressure them to have sex are revered for completing their manly quest. But the girls are reduced and called sluts, a double standard that's never been touched. 1 in 4 of all women are raped. 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 Such a thing needs to be thought of as being as extreme as necrophilia or bestiality. Such a thing needs to be extinct if we're going to have a change in society, if we're to raise children healthily, properly, equally, respectfully, correctly. And here I am, a male, not yet ready to call myself a man, and I'm trying my best to understand where you are coming from and where you stand. I hope that one day we are equal. I hope that one day people don't know what rape is. I hope that one day you don't feel pressure to look a certain way. I hope that one day all of you can eat normally. I hope that one day you won't be afraid to be smart. I hope that one day business and politics will accurately represent you. I hope that one day all of our school have stories about women written by women. I hope that one day you aren't perceived as lesser. I hope that one day we can all be proud. I hope for that.